Now, you can negotiate when you are hired. You can't negotiate when you hire yourself out. When you are hired, the negotiating power is with you. Because the people need your services. When you hire yourself out, the people don't need your services. It is you providing. They can almost be pro bono. So he is hiring himself out. And he gets a meager minimum wage. And they tell him, well, this is a farm where you have come, because there are a lot of farms in South Africa. So they say, oh, you work at the farm. Then he's hoping that, well, at the farm there, I'm sure they're going to put me where the onions, they're farming the onions. He says, no. They bypass the onions. He says, oh, so where are we going? No, I'm very sure. I like milking. I'm sure it's finally he finds himself, it is at the piggery. That's why Sister White says, no matter the appearance, the life that is not rooted in God is squandered. No matter the appearance. The life that is not committed in God is squandered. All the promises of a bright future and a color future in South Africa reduced to a piggery. I should tell you that if you are going to run away from the instructions of your father and the mother, there is a piggery awaiting you. No matter the appearance. There is a piggery. So now he is at a piggery. And he's cleaning. Now here's the thing. Because the father and the mother were committed in his early days, teaching him. One of the days in the piggery, with the stench of the piggery, with the misconduct and mischief of pigs, because pigs are ungovernable. He is in there. The Bible tells me that, and he came back to his senses. There should be a time that you come back to your senses. You see, as a mischievous husband, there should be a time you come back to your senses. Now, I do not know where. It could be in the piggery. You are in a lodge, in some bed. You must come back to your senses. There should come a time that you come back to your senses. While you are holding the bottle, hidden in a faraway country, in some workshop where people do not know you, you come back to your senses. There should be a time you come back to your senses. As you're about to sniff the cocaine, you come back to your senses, because you can now do a benefit risk analysis and say, am I better off here or there? So the Bible says he came back to his senses. And he says, how many of my father's servants, not my father's children, how many of my father's servants? He realizes he has reached a point where he's living below a servant. Or the devil has a way of promising you to be princes, kings, and queens, and has a way of delivering servanthood. When the journey begins, it looks like you are going to be a king. When the journey of sin begins, it looks like you are going to be on top. When the journey of corruption begins, it promises the big cars, the mansions, and the estates. But the final place, when you find yourself in prison, you realize that he that promised can't keep his word.